Flaring on Capitol Hill in the battle over impeachment. It comes as House Democrats unveil a resolution outlining the next chapter in their inquiry that could lead to public hearings. A vote is set for this Thursday. The White House just responded in a new statement calling the impeachment process a, quote, illegitimate sham. Meantime, Republicans venting frustration over leaked testimony from today's witness, White House official Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Vindman. Vindman saying that he twice raised concerns about President Trump's phone call with Ukraine. Republicans going after House Intel Committee Chairman Adam Schiff, accusing him of blocking Vindman from answering certain questions.
The resolution that was filed today, in and of itself, according to Speaker Pelosi, affirms the Soviet-style process that's been going on and continues to deny due process and equal access to both sides.
Chairman Schiff has prevented the witness from answering certain questions we have during the deposition.
Now he's directing witnesses not to answer questions that he doesn't want the witness to answer if they're asked by Republicans.
That's problematic. Kennedy, what do you think about what's going on in there?
I know that the lieutenant colonel has been vilified, and I think that, you know, he has served his country. And this is what's interesting about the president, because he is such a non-traditional thinker. It's like someone who goes to a loosey-goosey progressive school, all of a sudden trying to fit in at Annapolis, and they're going to have a very difficult plebe year. And the president kind of has an extended plebe year in terms of Washington protocol. This is a man who has served for decades in the armed forces, and if you read the list of his accomplishments, it is very, very stunning. And so for him, I bet his protocol lane is pretty straightforward and very systematic, and the president's is more like a series of wild tangents. And so the way the president operates may not make sense to this person. And, you know, hearing what he heard, he may have felt that the president crossed the line. Have Democrats, through their leaks and opacity, proven that that line so far is impeachable? I don't think so yet, and that's what's problematic. I don't think we should be vilifying this person, though, because he does have an interesting personal history, and he has worn the uniform and served honorably.
And so his twin brother, who works right across the hall in the White House, which I just think is a fun fact about Lieutenant Colonel Vindman.
I don't trust twins. That's all. I thought the guy was okay, but if he has a twin, you can't trust twins.
What? My granddaughters are twins.
Yeah, I knew it.
Jesse has twins.
Every ghost story, every horror movie has twins in it.
Babysitting.
All right, hold on.
Wait a minute. I thought the black guy gets killed first.
And the twins.
That's why we need criminal justice reform.
The process that Nancy Pelosi has now codified in this resolution, which we've seen today. Do you, as a Democrat, do you have a concern that this could go down the wrong road? Because, you look at Newt Gingrich and you look at what happened with the Clinton impeachment. It didn't end up working very well in the coming election.
Oh, look, I think that President Clinton, his numbers went up, actually, during the impeachment hearing.
Yeah.
And I think it damaged Al Gore going into 2000. But I do think that there is a sense here that, in fact, Democrats then went on to capture both the House, the Senate, and, of course, come back. I just think that, they feel they have an obligation to uphold the Constitution, which is that the Congress is an equal branch of government responsible for oversight and responsible for this very difficult impeachment process. So I think they didn't need to do this, but they have done it, and they're holding now to the same lines that applied in previous impeachment hearings. I would just wanted to add one thing to what Kennedy was saying with this guy, Alex Vindman. Previously, Republicans were saying, oh, this is hearsay, nobody actually was there. Well, Vindman was actually listening to the call. Now Trump is saying, I don't know, how could he have listened to the call? But Vindman says he was on the call. And to question his loyalty, I want to read something here
there were a lot of people on the call.
From David French, who's a conservative columnist, and he said, the sheer number of American vets the Trumpists will insult, slander, and mock for the sake of their corrupt, draft-dodging dear leader is just astonishing.
Yeah, but French has never been the same since the election. So whatever. Here's my point. It's not about Vindman. It's about the fact that he was concerned, and being concerned doesn't mean something happened, right? You can be since Trump has been president, everybody's been concerned about this, that, concerned about his personality, concerned about his foreign policy actions, concerned about North Korea. Everything goes pretty much all right. Stock market did not crash. We were concerned about that. So just being concerned about something isn't enough. So that's not a That's not to denigrate this man. What I'm saying is it's okay to be concerned, but concern doesn't mean something happened. Here's the reality. The media is running this operation. You will not see the end of it. You will never know the truth because they're controlling this thing. And you can see the naked ambition happen today because we had such good news with al-Baghdadi being killed that all of a sudden this happens. It's just their way of... This is their new drug. Russia was their old drug. This is their new drug.
I'm with Greg. I don't really care to hear how someone feels about Donald Trump's phone call. The TikTok is designed to inflame everybody on the daily news cycle. We have the transcript. We know what happens. If this guy who's working for the president doesn't like the policy, quit or advise the president differently. Don't sabotage him from within. And then for the left to say that, oh, no, you can't criticize someone that's wearing the uniform. We just had it last week. They went after Tulsi Gabbard, questioned her patriotism. They've savaged Mike Flynn, who's worn the uniform, questioned his patriotism. Mike Pompeo, Lindsey Graham, the same thing. So you can't have it both ways. Just because you wear a uniform doesn't mean you can't be questioned if someone disagrees with you.
Yeah, what about the fact that he confirmed what the whistleblower said?
Why do we have the transcript? That's what I'm saying. There's a transcript. What are we doing?
Everything confirms what the whistleblower said.
No, but you don't get it.
You don't want to talk about
the transcript. You don't need a whistleblower.
You want to go after people.
I'm your friend, Juan. But I have to say, like, what if he told the whistleblower what he knew? That's circular
He says he
reasoning.
didn't even talk to the whistleblower.
No, but that's exactly what that is the definition of begging the question.